my markets actually use their card to pay me. So it's really important that you're able to accept card payments at your markets because you could be losing out to like 85% or more of your sales. In this video, I'm gonna go over exactly how I like to use Square for my markets. We're gonna start with the basics, but be sure to wait to the end because I'm also gonna share some bonus features that help you stay super organized in your business. Hey makers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Camryn and I am a fellow crochet business owner. Here on YouTube, I love sharing tactical tips, tricks, industry secrets, all about helping you make more money at your craft shows. I've actually been using Square for almost 4 years now. I've been using it from the very first market I did, and I totally 100% recommend Square. This video is not sponsored by Square, but you know, Square, if you want to sponsor me in the future, you know where to find me. But it's not sponsored. I just genuinely really love the Square program. I love the Square app, and I highly suggest it for your markets. All right, let's just get started. What is Square? Square is this little card reader that you can attach to your phone. As you can see, I have an iPhone. It just goes boop, right in there. And then you have your account. So this is an app that you use. It's the Square card reader app. Of course, I'll have everything linked in the description box down below for your convenience, so don't you worry. When you first get the app, you're going to need to create an account with Square if you're not already a user with them. So in that case, you would just click create account. It's gonna take you through some steps, super easy. It's gonna ask a little bit about your business, and then you're gonna have to add your bank information because you gotta get a way to get paid and all that jazz. I already have an account with Square, so I'm gonna just hit sign in. Square is free to use. You're not getting charged to make this account with Square. You can upgrade to like a Square Premium, but I'm not on that, and I don't think you need to be right away. They actually will send you one of these card readers for free as well. I don't even think they're that much anyway, so if you need to buy one, like an extra one, really decently priced. Card reader, how it works is you just boop, put it in there, and then you slide card. Literally just slides through. This one isn't the chip, this one isn't the tap, but if you want to see me do a review on the upgraded version, I'll put a picture of what it looks like right here. It's a chip reader, and you can also do the tap. If you want to see me review that one, let me know in the comment section down below. So like I said, the account is free. This is free, but they will take fees from each transaction you make. So each time you make a transaction on here, each time you swipe somebody's card and you get paid on here, they take 2.6%. I honestly don't mind the fee at all. I know a lot of people like to complain about it, and yeah, they do take a lot of my money because I'm swiping people's cards all the time. Like I said, 85% of my customers use cards, so yeah, they take a lot of fees from me. But I look at it like I'm thankful that I have a card reader that I can take cards, because if I wasn't able to take cards, I would not be making money from the people paying with cards. You know what I'm saying? Along with the 2.6% they take, they also charge 10 cents per transaction. You are in a pinch and you didn't have a card reader on you, you can manually put it in, but they do charge you a little bit more of a commission, and then per transaction, you'll probably have this on you anyways at your market, so probably not be doing very many manual cards. You'll probably be swiping most of your cards anyways. But the first thing you're gonna want to do, you want to make sure you're collecting sales tax, because the first year I did markets, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna include the sales tax, and I went to go pay my taxes, and I had to eat so much money because I wasn't charging people sales tax, and it's very expected to charge sales tax, so don't feel bad if you're in an area where the sales tax is high. Like me, I think it's like 9%. That's so high. You want to set this part up first, because every time you go pay your taxes, you don't want to eat that and be like, oh, what we're going to do is we're in our checkout, we're going to hit more, and now we're going to scroll down and hit settings. After we hit settings, we're going to hit checkout, and now we're at the page where we can add our sales tax. As you can see, here's mine. It's 9%. That's so high, but that's where you can adjust your sales tax. You can go down here, you can do, you know, whatever items that it applies to, which will be everything. So that is how you add your sales tax. Again, you're gonna have to just search what your sales tax is in your area and then add the percentage there. Now, when I go check people out, it actually just additionally adds on the sales tax, and it lets my customer know in their receipt that that was sales tax added and we weren't just like charging them more for no reason. Now I'm going to show you an example transaction. We are going to be checking out this adorable little velvet beanie, which, by the way, this pattern is coming out on Valentine's Day, all the way from newborn to adult sizes velvet beanie. But anyways, it's a little shameless plug for the adorable little velvet beanie. Pretend somebody just handed this to me and I'm about to check them out. There's a couple different ways you can do this, okay? The first way and the most simple way is this is $35. So in the keypad, I would literally just write $35. Super easy. I'm gonna hit review sale, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna pull up a custom amount, and then look, it added my tax for me. Yes. Now I'm gonna hit charge. Now this is the point where you can either swipe, you can enter it as a cash sale, you can enter it manually as a card sale, but what you would do at this point is just swipe. But once you swipe, it's gonna give you an option for, do you want a receipt? The cool part about this is if somebody has used Square before and they've put in their information like their phone number or their email, then Square will be like, do you want a receipt? It'll give you their phone number and you can just click it and it just goes, sends them the receipt. If it doesn't show you their information, usually I'll just be like, would you like a texted receipt? And usually people are like, no, I don't care. But sometimes people will be like, yeah, sure. And then we just plug in their phone number. Super easy. It texts them a receipt, which is really great, and it shows exactly what they bought. It shows the sales tax added. So it's really, really great, not only just for your customer experience, but also for marketing, because then they know how to find you again. They can be like, what was her name? It shows them on the receipt. So that's great. So that is one way you could check somebody out. The second way you could check somebody out, which is going to help track your inventory, because right now when we charge that $35 sale, it just says custom amount, and when you go to your reports at the end, I'll show you all this, but it'll just be like, oh, you had all these custom random amounts, and you're not gonna be like remembering what actually sold. By the way, to delete one of these, you swipe and then you hit delete. So you swipe to the left.
To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left.
Yeah. Okay, anyways. Hey, but first we're gonna have to add this product as a product. It actually already is a product, but I'm gonna show you exactly how to add your products, if you know what I'm saying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit more, and then we're gonna go to items, and then we're gonna say all items. As you can see, don't judge me, a lot of these are sold out right now because we're at the end of my really, really busy season. So like I have nothing in stock right now. You can see I have all my products added in here. A single palm, a double palm, if it's different colors, different sizes, they're all added separately for their exact price. So if we click into, where's the toddler beanie, this is what this is. And we scroll down, I have different variations, and see, I only have one left. It's the smoky green one. You can track all your inventory on Square, which is actually gonna be next week's video where I'm gonna go into way, way, way more detail in that. But I wanted to mention in this video, because you're gonna be seeing that a lot, you can track your inventory in Square. I didn't do this for like years. I recently started doing it, and oh my gosh, it's a game changer, and I absolutely love it and suggest doing it. I add a photo because the photo shows up, I believe, on the receipts they get. But it doesn't matter. Honestly, I just add the photo so I can like visualize it a little bit better too. I'm a very visual person. The numbers there, those are SKU numbers, and that is also in next week's video as well. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a fake item. I'm gonna hit create item, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say practice, whatever. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna come up with something because I'm just gonna delete this after, obviously, but you can add it to one of your categories. You can create a new category. You can add options, and I already have these pre-made options of different colors. So I have the Addy colors, I have the bear hat colors. Let's just do bear hat colors. Oh, see, look, white, gray, brown. You can add an option. We're gonna say done, and then next, create for white, gray, and brown. So when we click into that, again, this isn't really a SKU number, but those are all gonna be different. The price, you're gonna just have to update on all of those. I'm just gonna do 18. And then we're gonna do 18. Then you can price your sizes at different prices as well, but I usually do the same size and then I do the different colors within the size within there. So you can add your photo or whatever. I just made mine pink so we can find it. So I'm gonna hit save. Now, there it is, the practice one. Now, why I'm showing you how to add a product is because when you go to check somebody out now, we can actually click on that exact product. So if somebody walked up and they were like, Camryn, I want this, and I'm like, okay, this is a toddler beanie in smoky green and it has the single palm. Awesome. So I can go over here and actually just, well, I can scroll and try to find it, but it's just way easier if I just go here and I type toddler. Oh, there we go. There it is, beanie toddler. And then we're going to just hit smoky green and then we're going to hit add. And then the same thing, we go review sale, but this time now, as you can see, we're actually tracking what's selling. Now I'm gonna show you in a minute how we can go back and look at actually what's selling and we can figure out what sells the most. And it's gonna be really, really handy when you go to prep for your next market, knowing exactly what sold at the market before. That's why I love Square, it's amazing. Anyways, same thing, charge, you go through the whole process. The best way, I think, to do this, and a lot of people ask, what is that little number? Next week, we will go into more detail on this, but you can also search by SKU, and this is the easiest way to just find something really quick on Square. You go to library, the SKU for this is 030. This is just honestly so easy because they'll hand this to you and you just look really quick and you go 030. So you type that in and then you click it, and then say they were getting something else too. I'm just gonna type in a random SKU that I know I have. Okay, and then they're also getting that. It's super easy to just add your inventory, and you don't have to just keep looking it up or keying it into your keypad or whatever, because now you're actually tracking your products. See, now we have 2 of those in our cart, and then we have another beanie in there because I just added another product. Now when we go to checkout, it has everything on there, super quick, super easy, and if you're getting a ton of customers, you're just like, oh my gosh, what was that, this and that. Honestly, sometimes you'll look at a beanie and then you'll have to flip it and be like, okay, how much was that actually? And also, like, what size was it? And just type in your thing. Just type in your little 030. It's so easy. But anyways, definitely going into more detail on how to manage all of that in next week's video. But I did want to show that as an option. I think I could have been making a lot more money at the beginning by tracking what was actually selling. So I highly suggest doing that if you have a little bit of time to just add in all your products and your variations. So now that you know the basics of checking somebody out on here, it's super simple, super easy. But at the beginning of this video, I did promise I would show you some bonus features, because now that you're feeling a little comfortable on here, we can kind of dive in a little bit deeper and actually start looking at some of these features that I really love. I just love that Square does these because it helps me stay even more organized in my business. I have a lot of customers that follow me, so I feel uncomfortable obviously sharing their names and things they bought from me. So that's why I'm not going to share exact numbers, but I will show you where you can go check your sales. What you want to do is you're going to just hit more, and then you're going to hit reports, and you can literally hit sales. And then we can go here, and I haven't had a market in the last week, so I'm just gonna pretend, you know, I'm gonna hit there, and I'm gonna hit done, and it's like, oh, I did have a payment through here. So I didn't have a market, but I did have a payment through here. So you are seeing money here, and then I can go down and I can show exactly what sold. So those are the things that sold. That was when I created an invoice. So I can show you how to do that too. It's really easy. Like if you have just somebody that you know that wants to buy something from you, you can send them an invoice on here. It's another option. But that's what this was. This wasn't a market, but it does show me exactly what sold. And then I can go here. I can see like how much I made gross. I can see how many things I sold, like 2 things. I sold 2 things this week. Awesome. It's definitely my off season, by the way, so don't judge me. Then I'm gonna go up here, and then I'm gonna see, okay, they took $283 from me, and then it also shows me, you know, what I'm bringing in at total. But if I go up here, it says gross sales, so that's what I actually charged. Net sales, I gave her a discount of $10 off, so it added that in. See, there's a $10 off coupon, which I'm going to show you in a minute as well, so don't worry. There's so many things you can do on Square. I just get so distracted and excited with it. Here it is on a chart, so we can see sales day to day, week to week, or month to month. Like, it gives you so many analytics, and you can see exactly how you're doing it at what market. You can be like, oh, on that day last year, I did this market, and I do that all the time because I do markets year after year, and so I'll look back and be like, how much did I make at this market last year? Do I want to do it again? What sold really well? And then I can prep better of what sold, which is just honestly amazing that it does it all for you, you know? Like, you don't have to go in and waste time doing all that. It just does it, and then it gives it to you. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go 1 month. You can see where you're at, like, compared to your previous months. You can do a lot on here, so have fun playing around with it after you do a couple markets and seeing what sold, what didn't. And I'm gonna go back to more because I'm gonna show you the next bonus feature. So I'm gonna have to blur this section because I have a lot of customers, and I'm obviously not gonna share their names on here, but I'm just rolling through. These are customers I've had over the years, and it literally saves their names. And then I can click onto somebody and it saves their contact information. And that way I can actually like send them a message. But it's also good to have all those contacts because these are people who've bought from you before. They're probably gonna buy from you again. So it's really good to have those contacts just in case you need to reach them again. I love how Square does that, and it gets all your customers in the same page. So that is the customers tab on your more section. I'm also going to show you the invoices. So what you can do for invoices is you'll click invoice, create invoice. Pretty much what you're going to do is go in here and you can do a new invoice. So you can add one of your customers. You can look up, I'm just going to do Peyton because that's my fiance. What if I actually send him this invoice? He's going to be like, what in the world? Why are you charging me? Wow, his average spending with me is $545. You can actually add a new person. So you can say create new customer. You do need either their phone number or their email just so you can send the invoice to them. And then after that, you can add whatever items that they're buying. So you go, oh, should sell them that. Like that's what they bought. And then you go down here, you can do a payment schedule. You can like make it a reoccurring thing, which I don't know why you would. Maybe if you're doing subscriptions or whatever, you can say when it's due, you can send it, you know, on a certain day or immediately. all these details. This is something that maybe if somebody had a custom request that they wanted, you can go in and do this whole custom request and send them the invoice for it. Once they pay, you can get started with it, but sometimes they don't pay for it immediately. It's just like one of those things too, if they get your contact information and then like, hey, I wanted that custom thing, and then you can just send them an invoice, if that makes sense. If you aren't physically with them, you're obviously not able to swipe their card, so this is a way that like they do it. They put their card information in, and that's how that works. The last bonus feature I wanted to show you is you can actually add coupons on here, which I really love doing for returning customers or people who buy a lot from me. Sometimes I'll throw them $5 off or $10 off or whatever. Sometimes I'll throw in a free scrunchie, but I'll add that scrunchie as my inventory, and then I'll put the $5 off on top of it. That way it's canceling out, like it's the freebie, but it also is updating my inventory. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, but first let's just add that. We're just gonna hit items, and then we're gonna go to discounts, and I just have a few right now. I have IG discounts, so if somebody comes from my Instagram and they show up and buy something from me, I usually throw them 15% off, because I'm like, oh, how cool, they like came to my market just to see me, you know? Friends and family, they get 10% off. Wow, that's worse than the Instagram people. Don't accidentally click the discount. Like, they're up here at the top, and if you accidentally click it, sometimes I've checked people out before, and I'm like, I just gave them $10 off. I did not mean to do that, but you're welcome, I guess. So this is a little fun thing. So I'm just gonna delete all this stuff and do another fake transaction. So let's just say, I'm gonna look up scrunchie here. So I'm gonna hit scrunchie, I'm gonna hit it, and then I can go here actually. So I'm gonna change it to 4, save that, but now it is charging them $20. It's only $15 though. So at this point I would say add discount, just hit the 5 off. That way, when I go through, it marks that I sold 4 of them, like they're gone, like out of my inventory, but I only charge the customer what I said I would charge them for the sale. The $5 off, right? So if you ever do something like that, it's really important that you add it as a coupon. That way you're still tracking your inventory and knowing what's selling, rather than just like putting in a custom amount again and just being like, where am I? What the heck? What am I selling? How am I gonna track all this? Make it easy for yourself and just add a coupon. Say you accidentally clicked one of those discounts though, and you're like, I did not mean to click on that. You just hit the discounts, and then you just say minus, delete your discount off of there. So you're like, I'm not actually doing that one. I'm doing the 5 off, not the 10. I accidentally clicked on that. So knowing that is actually really helpful, because what I used to do is I didn't know how to delete products, and I didn't know how to delete coupons. And I would literally just have to cancel out of the Square app every time, then go back into it, like wait for it to load again. And I had to like go back to where I was and re-enter everything. And honestly, it was like a huge pain in the butt. Again, swipe, delete. If you had a discount in there, yep, I had that discount, delete. And it's super easy to just get rid of those. There are so many features on Square. Honestly, it can kind of feel a little overwhelming when you first sign up. I encourage you to explore on there and have fun, but honestly, the beginning of the video where I go over the basics, that's all you really need to know to do your first market. I really hope this video was helpful. If it was, go ahead and comment down below. Again, all that matters is that you're able to accept card payments at your market, so that way you can make more sales and make your customers happier, because if they want to buy something from you really bad and you only accept cash, and a lot of people don't carry cash, like I said, 85% of my customers use cards. So in that case, it's really important that you're able to accept cards no matter what, whether you're just keying them in or adding the products. Don't overwhelm yourself. You've got this. If you loved this video, I know for a fact you're gonna love this video right here. So let's just keep hanging out here on YouTube. Thanks again so much for watching this video. Let's keep hanging out in this video right here, and bye.